Hey everyone. So on today's video, we are going to cover one of our coolest new features, and this is automatic annotation. So we have seen in previous videos how one can use the Ramblr platform to annotate videos to a very high level of depth, right? You can annotate objects, you can annotate categories, attributes, relations, activities, even process steps, right? But so far we've seen how there's still some degree of manual input, right, on every video. And what I'm going to show you today is how one can circumvent that and even go for a fully automatic annotation, right? And this relies on technology provided by newer generation VLMs that we have, of course, incorporated into our entire platform and can be used at a production level. So how do we go about it? Well, the idea is that we need to somehow convey to the system which types of objects are we interested in, and we do that through vocabularies. So we have seen before how we can generate vocabularies. So I'm going to generate a new vocabulary. We're going to say it's a test vocabulary for annotation, right? And we have it here. And then I'm going to add the categories I'm interested in. So I know these are in the video, so I'm going to add a cup. I'm going to add a bowl. And I'm going to add person. Right? So these show up in our vocabulary now. And then I'm going to save it. And then importantly, I'm going to go to my project here. So I called it test project 2, super creatively. And in the settings, I'm going to set that vocabulary as our vocabulary. So test vocabulary for annotation. And I'm going to save the changes. Right? So once I have that, I can go to my videos. In this project, I only have one video, which we have seen before. It's from the DROID dataset in robotics. It's a multi-view video. And I'm going to select and prepare this pipeline just to show you guys our auto annotation pipeline template. And then I can just do auto annotation test pipeline, right? And I can just start it. Okay. And this we're going to leave running, right? We can see it here in the pipelines. This is the one we just created. As we've seen before, right? If we go to steps, it's going to go through all of the steps, starting with finding keyframes. And then it's going to yield the annotation. This takes about 10 minutes in a video this length, which is a few hundred frames. But since we don't want to be here waiting for 10 minutes, I'm just going to jump to a pipeline I ran before with pretty much the same setting. And we're going to look at the output. And this is without me doing any manual annotation. This is literally after just pressing play on the pipeline and let it run with the vocabulary I gave it, right? And if we press play, we see that person, cup, and bowl are annotated consistently in every frame, right? We can look at it also in our timeline here. Objects here, right? They're annotated across every frame, right? And this is exactly using all of the Ramblr technology we have so far, plus this new VLM technology, right? And very importantly, of course, I use very run-of-the-mill categories, right? I use cup, I use bowl, I use person. These are items, these are objects and categories the VLM, even vanilla VLMs are familiar with. But we have shown in other videos how we can also fine-tune our own VLMs with our own data, right? You can bring your data. We'll have to do a bit of manual annotation to get it started, right? But once we have that, we can actually fine-tune our own VLMs so that they recognize specific categories that belong to your data, right? And then you have those models and you can do this automatic annotation at scale. And this is exactly what the power is of this new feature. And well, that's all I wanted to show today. Thanks for tuning in.